This new morning comes quietly, and in the middle of it, you are here. Maybe your heart is tired, maybe your mind is busy, maybe you feel almost empty, and you don't know what to say to God. But right now, you don't need the perfect words, you just need a willing heart. This time is a simple space where your soul can breathe and remember this truth. When you truly need Him, God does not hold back His grace. He comes close. As you listen, imagine your life being gently placed into His hands. Every weight, every worry, every unanswered question. You don't have to pretend you're strong. You don't have to fix yourself first. This is a moment where God sees you exactly as you are and still chooses to pour out grace on you. You might feel like you've reached the end of what you can carry. You've tried to be patient, to be kind, to keep going, and yet some days feel like too much. In that place, God is not disappointed in you. He is not far away, watching from a distance. He is a Father who knows the exact moment when your strength runs out, and that is where His grace begins to overflow. Scripture says His power is made perfect in weakness. Say 2 Corinthians 12:9. That means your weakness is not the end of the story. It's the doorway where grace walks in. Right now, talk to Him in the quiet of your heart. You don't need fancy sentences. You can simply say, "Jesus, I need you." When you whisper that truth, even without feeling, heaven hears it. You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. God knows the exact details of what you are facing today, and He already has the grace prepared for it. Not yesterday's grace, not tomorrow's grace, but what you need in this very day. There are moments when you look at your life and think, I should be stronger than this. I should be over this by now. But grace is not a reward for those who have it all together. Grace is a gift for those who know they cannot save themselves. You don't earn it by being perfect. You receive it by being honest. You can admit, God, I'm struggling. I don't understand. I feel small. And in that honesty, His heart is moved towards you. As you begin this day, remember that God does not measure you by your productivity, your performance, or your success. He measures you by His love. You are His child before you are anything else. Before you answer a single message, finish any task, or solve any problem, you are already loved. Nothing you do today will make Him love you more, and nothing you fail to do will make Him love you less. His grace is not pushed away by your weakness. It leans into it. Maybe there is a particular burden pressing on your heart right now, a relationship that hurts, a financial worry, a sickness in your body, a fear about the future. Bring that one thing to mind. Hold it gently in your heart, and in the silence, place it into God's hands. You don't need to know how He will work. You simply need to know that He will not abandon you in it. When the need is real, His grace is real. When the pain is deep, His mercy goes deeper. You may feel like you're running out of time, running out of options, running out of hope. Yet God is never late. He sees the hidden pressures that no one else understands. He knows how hard you've tried, how many nights you've carried tears that no one saw. And instead of telling you to be stronger, He invites you to lean your whole weight on Him, to lean your fears, your questions, your disappointments on His shoulders. His grace doesn't demand that you stand tall. It allows you to rest. This morning, God is not asking you to be fearless. He is asking you to be honest. You can say, I'm scared, I'm tired, I feel lost. And that becomes the very place where His grace flows. You don't have to hide your doubts from Him. He already knows them. He doesn't turn away from your confusion. He steps into it with you. Even the faith you feel you don't have, He can work with that. He can work with a heart that whispers, "Help me trust you." When you look back at your life, you might remember times when you thought, "I will never get through this," and yet somehow you did. Not because you were strong enough, but because grace carried you. Sometimes you didn't even recognize it as grace. You just knew that for some reason you could keep going when you thought you couldn't. That same God who sustained you then is with you now. The same hand that held you in past storms will hold you in today's uncertainties. God does not waste the pain you bring to Him. He doesn't ignore the questions you dare to ask. He is not offended by your exhaustion. He draws near to the brokenhearted, and He saves those who are crushed in spirit. His grace does not always remove the struggle right away, but it does something holy inside of it. It steadies your heart, it quiets your fears, and it reminds you that you are not alone. Grace is not just a feeling. It is God's presence walking with you step by step. This morning, you are invited to trust that God knows the exact moment when you will need His help, and He will not be late for that moment. You may not see all the answers yet. The doors you're praying for may still seem closed. The healing you're asking for may still be on the way, but grace is already moving, already working behind the scenes, already planting seeds in places you cannot see. Your job today is not to control the outcome. Your job is to stay connected to the one who holds it. You might be standing at a crossroads, unsure which way to go. You want to make the right choice, but the path ahead feels foggy. In that uncertainty, grace is not silent. It whispers to your heart, "You don't walk alone." God can guide you even when you feel clueless. He can open doors you didn't knock on and close doors that would have hurt you. He can protect you from paths you were never meant to take. Trust doesn't mean you know everything. Trust means you know who is leading you. As you begin this day, imagine God's hand resting gently on your head as a father blessing his child. He sees the responsibilities you carry, the people you care for, the silent battles you fight. Ask Him in your heart, "Give me the grace I need for today." Not for the whole year, not for the whole future, but for today. Daily bread, daily strength, daily grace. When you wake tomorrow, He will be there again, ready to pour out new grace for a new day. Think of the places where you feel most afraid right now, the what-ifs that chase you in the quiet, the worst-case scenarios that your mind runs toward. Hold those fears in front of God. You don't have to fix them, silence them, or explain them. Just place them in His light. Grace does not always change your circumstances in a moment, but it does change how you stand inside them. Fear shrinks when you remember that the God who holds the universe also holds you. Scripture invites you to come boldly to the throne of grace so that you may receive mercy and find grace to help in time of need. Hebrews 4:16. That time of need is not just the big dramatic moments of life. It is also the small hidden ones, the mornings when getting out of bed feels heavy, the quiet afternoons when loneliness sneaks in, the evenings when regret whispers in your ear. In all of these, grace is not out of reach. It is right where you are, because God is right where you are. Maybe you feel unworthy of that grace. Maybe you think, "I've made too many mistakes. I've failed too many times. I've walked too far away." But the mercy of God is not fragile. It is not surprised by your weaknesses. The cross of Jesus was not only for the good parts of you, it was for the broken parts too. When you turn your face toward Him, even with shame and regret, He doesn't turn away. His grace runs toward you faster than your guilt runs away from Him. As this day unfolds, you will face situations that stretch you, moments that test your patience, your kindness, your faith. In those moments, remember, you are not supposed to rely only on your own strength. When you feel yourself reaching your limit, that is your reminder to reach for grace. You can say quietly in your heart, even in the middle of a busy day, Jesus, be my strength now. Jesus, give me grace now. These small prayers, whispered in ordinary moments, open wide the door for God to move. You don't have to be perfect to trust Him. You just have to be willing to lean on Him more than you lean on your fears. There will be days when your trust feels strong and days when it feels fragile. Both kind of days are held by the same faithful God. He is not asking you to feel brave all the time. He is asking you to keep turning back to Him again and again, as many times as it takes. Grace is not a one-time event. It is a river that keeps flowing. As you hear these words, let your heart rest in this truth. God will pour out grace when you truly need it, not too early, not too late, but at the right moment, in the right way, for the right reason. Some of that grace you will recognize immediately, the sudden peace, the unexpected help, the gentle comfort. Some of it you will only understand later, when you look back and see how He carried you through what you thought would break you. For now, you begin this day in His presence. You don't go alone into your responsibilities, your conversations, your challenges. Jesus walks with you. His Spirit lives in you. His grace surrounds you. You can step into today knowing that whatever you face, there will be enough of Him for it, enough strength, enough mercy, enough love. So as this new morning continues, hold this simple prayer in your heart. God, I trust that when I truly need you, you will not hold back your grace. I open my heart to you. I receive whatever you know I need today. Walk with me, stay with me, and carry what is too heavy for me. I want to trust and receive you more than I fear what is ahead. And now you move into this day, not empty, not alone, but gently wrapped in the quiet, steady grace of God. Somewhere inside you, there is a small, steady voice that still wants to believe that God is good to you personally, not just in theory. That quiet desire is already a sign of grace. Even if you feel numb, even if you feel distant, the fact that you had chosen to be here, to listen, to open your heart even a little bit, is proof that God is drawing you. He is not finished with your story. He is not tired of you asking. He is not annoyed that you still need Him. His grace is not fragile, and neither is His patience. Think for a moment about your past, the regrets that still sting, the decisions you wish you could rewrite, the words you wish you could take back. Sometimes those memories rise up like a wave and tell you that you don't deserve anything good from God, but His grace is not built on what you deserve. It is built on His love. When Jesus went to the cross, He saw all of you, not just the parts that make you proud. He saw the failures, the wrong turns, the hidden shame, and still chose to give everything for you. Grace looks at your past and doesn't say disqualified. It says redeemable. As this morning unfolds, you are invited to stop punishing yourself for things God is willing to forgive. You may still have to deal with consequences. You may still be healing, but you don't have to live chained to the same story in your head. You can begin to say to your own heart, "My past is not stronger than God's mercy." Every time those old accusations rise up, remember that grace has a louder word. You are not the sum of your worst days. You are someone God loves enough to chase again and again until you find your way back to Him. Now think about your present, the responsibilities waiting for you, the people who need you, the situations you cannot control. Maybe you've been pretending you're fine because that's what everyone expects. Maybe you carry everyone else's weight and have quietly decided there's no one to carry yours, but God sees what is unseen. He knows the brave face you put on. He knows the nights you collapse when no one is watching. His grace is not only for the broken moments when everything crashes, it is also for the ordinary hours where you keep showing up even when you feel empty inside. You don't have to face this day on autopilot. Grace can enter the smallest routines. As you get dressed, as you prepare breakfast, as you commute, as you answer messages, you can silently invite God into each moment. You might whisper, "Be with me here." That little sentence becomes a bridge, turning an ordinary task into a place of encounter. Grace doesn't always look like miracles and fireworks. Often it looks like a strength that quietly appears right when you think you've run out, or a peace that doesn't match the chaos around you. Your future can feel like a foggy road stretching out ahead. You might be thinking about bills, diagnoses, family tensions, dreams that feel too far away. Worry loves to drag you into tomorrow and steal the peace of today. Yet Jesus reminds you not to be consumed by tomorrow, because each day has enough trouble of its own. Matthew 6:34. That doesn't mean your problems are small. It means you are not meant to carry them all at once. Grace is given in portions, like daily manna, not a lifetime supply you hoard, but enough for each day you're living. So, for now, you don't have to solve 5 years from now. You don't have to figure out every answer. You only need enough light for the next step. God's grace is like a lamp in the dark. It may not reveal the entire road, but it will show you where to place your foot next. When fear rushes in about the future, gently bring yourself back to this moment and say, "God, be with me in this one step. That's all I ask right now." And grace will meet you there, in the step you are actually taking, not the 100 you are imagining. Some of the hardest places for you to trust may be in your relationships, the people who have hurt you, the distance that has grown, the words that were said in anger. Maybe you carry bitterness you don't even want, but it clings to you like smoke. You might feel guilty that you can't forgive quickly. Remember, grace is not only for the one who did wrong, it is also for the one who was wounded. God understands the pain beneath your silence. He holds the story that no one else knows in full. His grace can protect your heart while slowly teaching it to heal. You don't have to force yourself into fake peace. You don't have to pretend that nothing happened. What you can do is begin to place those names, those memories in the hands of God. You can say in your heart, "Lord, I don't know how to let this go, but I give you the right to work in it." That is already a step toward freedom. Grace will not rush you faster than your heart can go, but it will keep inviting you out of the prison of resentment, because God wants your heart free, not just clean on the outside, but at rest on the inside. There may also be hidden disappointments between you and God, prayers you feel went unanswered, seasons where He seemed silent, moments where you wondered, if you love me, why did you allow this? Those questions do not make you faithless. They make you human. God is not threatened by honest questions. He would rather have your real frustration than a fake praise you don't mean. Grace doesn't only comfort you, it also meets you in your confusion and slowly rewrites your view of Him. When you dare to tell God what hurts, you're not pushing Him away. You're inviting Him into the wound. You may not receive an explanation, but you can receive a presence. Sometimes the grace you need most is not an answer, but a companion. Jesus is that companion. He knows what it is to feel abandoned, to feel unheard, to feel the weight of sorrow. He doesn't look at you from far away. He sits with you in the ache. Over time, His presence begins to soften the hard edges inside you and remind you that you are not carrying your disappointment alone. This morning is an opportunity to surrender, not in a dramatic, loud way, but in a gentle, steady choice. Surrender does not mean giving up on your life or your dreams. It means releasing your grip on trying to control everything. It means saying, God, I trust that you see what I cannot, and I place my story back into your hands. Grace flows powerfully into a surrendered heart because there is room for God to move. As long as you hold everything tight, you exhaust yourself. When you open your hands, you may still feel scared, but you are no longer alone in the weight. Picture your heart like a room that has been closed for a long time. The air feels heavy, the light feels dim. When you open even a small window, fresh air begins to move in. That is what grace does when you welcome it. It enters the places that have felt stale and stuck. It won't force the door open, but it will gently knock until you decide, even trembling, to turn the handle. When you say, God, come into this part of my life, you are opening a window. Little by little, the atmosphere inside you begins to change. There will be moments today when you forget all of this, moments when stress takes over, when anger flares up, when old habits return. That does not mean grace has left you. It means you are still learning, still growing, still being transformed. God is not surprised by your stumbles. He doesn't cross His arms and turn away. Instead, He reaches out again and again, inviting you to get back up, to come back close, to begin again. Grace is not a one-time rescue. It is a daily companionship. As you move forward from this prayer, carry a simple sentence with you, a sentence you can return to whenever you feel overwhelmed. God will pour out grace when I truly need it. Let those words sink into the places that panic usually fills. When you face something unexpected, repeat it quietly. When anxiety rises in your chest, repeat it again. When you feel like crying but can't even find tears, let that truth sit beside you. You are not walking into this day unprotected. You are walking into it under a covering you cannot always feel, but can always trust. And while you trust for your own life, remember that the people you love are also held by the same grace. You worry about them, their choices, their safety, their faith. You wish you could shield them from every pain. You can't, and that hurts. But God sees them with a tenderness even greater than yours. You can entrust them to Him, name by name, asking Him to meet them in ways you never could, at moments you will never see. Grace is not limited to your story. It flows into every life you place in His hands. This morning, as the world continues around you, you are being quietly strengthened from within. It might not feel dramatic. There might be no goosebumps, no visible sign. But somewhere deep, as you open your hearts to God, foundations are being reinforced. A little more trust is being built. A little more fear is being loosened. A little more hope is being planted. This is the work of grace, slow, gentle, faithful, not always seen, but always real. So step into your day with this awareness. You are not empty. You are not forgotten. You are not left to handle everything on your own. The God who knows when the smallest bird falls knows every detail of your life, and He has already prepared the grace you will need at the exact moment you need it. Walk forward with that quiet courage, not because you feel strong, but because you belong to the One who is. There is a tenderness in the way God looks at you that you might not feel yet, but it is there. When you think of Him, you might picture a judge, a distant king, or someone hard to please. But grace reveals something different, a Father who leans towards you, who notices when your shoulders drop, who understands the story behind every sigh. If you could see His face when He looks at you, even in your weakest moments, you would stop running from Him and start running toward Him. His gaze is not cold or demanding. It is full of compassion for the battles you rarely speak about. You carry so many unspoken things, the expectations others place on you, the standards you place on yourself, the quiet fear that you're not enough in any area. You might look at other people and assume they are doing better, living lighter, walking closer to God. But God does not compare you to anyone else. He sees the exact circumstances you have walked through. He knows the specific wounds that shaped you. He understands the reasons behind your reactions. And in all of that, His response is still to pour out grace, not shame. He isn't asking, "Why aren't you like them?" He is whispering, "Stay close to me. I know how to lead you." There are days when trusting God feels gentle and almost easy, and then there are days when it feels like a fight inside your own chest. On those hard days, you might catch yourself thinking, "If I really trusted Him, I wouldn't feel this anxious," or "If my faith was strong, I wouldn't question Him like this." But trust is not the absence of emotion. It is the decision to lean on God in the middle of emotion. It is the choice to say, "Even here, even with shaking hands and a racing heart, I choose you." Grace honors that choice. Grace meets you in the middle of your trembling and calls it courage. Picture your life like a house with many rooms. Some rooms are neat and organized, the parts of yourself you feel safe showing others. But some rooms are messy, confusion, anger, grief, habits you can't break, fears you're ashamed of. Maybe you've kept those doors closed even in prayer, thinking, "God doesn't want to see this. I'll talk to Him when I'm better." Yet, grace is not scared of messy rooms. It is not offended by the dust and clutter. The places you are most ashamed of are the very places God longs to enter and heal. You don't have to clean everything before He comes in. You invite Him in precisely because you can't clean it alone. You may feel like you've been living in survival mode for a long time, just getting through the day, just handling the next thing, just trying not to fall apart. When life feels like that, it's easy to think that God has stepped back and left you to cope on your own. But even survival mode can be held in grace. Every small act of getting up, every tired prayer, Every tear you wipe away without words, He sees it all. If you could trace His presence through your past days, you would notice the moments when things could have gone worse but didn't, when you thought you'd break but somehow didn't. That somehow has a name: grace. Sometimes grace looks like an unexpected kindness from someone else, a message at the right time, a word that arrives just when you're about to give up. Sometimes it looks like the strength to say no to something that hurts you, or the courage to finally ask for help. Sometimes it's simply the ability to keep standing when you don't even know why you're still standing. If you pay attention, you will start to recognize these small, quiet miracles scattered through your days. They are not coincidences. They are gentle touches from a God who refuses to leave you alone in your struggle. This morning, you are invited to stop pretending that you must earn the right to come close to God. You might still be fighting the same temptation. You might still be wrestling with the same habit. You might still be overwhelmed by the same thoughts. And yet, His invitation remains the same. Come. Come with your mess. Come with your confusion. Come with your half-formed prayers and your heavy heart. Grace doesn't wait at the finish line. It walks with you from the starting point every single day. Think of the places where you feel stuck right now, the patterns that repeat, the emotions that loop, the situations that don't change. It's tempting to believe that if nothing moves, then God isn't working. But sometimes the first thing He changes is not your situation, but your inner posture. He gives you the grace to stay gentle where you would have grown bitter, to choose patience where you would have given up, to be kind to yourself where you used to only criticize. This slow transformation might not be obvious to others, but it is precious in His eyes. There is also the weight of your own self-talk, the words you speak to yourself in your mind. Maybe you are harsh with yourself in ways you would never be with a friend. Maybe your inner voice tells you that you are a disappointment, that you always fail, that nothing will ever really change. Grace wants to rewrite that voice. God doesn't speak to you with sarcasm, with disgust, or with harsh condemnation. Even when He corrects you, He does it in a way that calls you higher, not in a way that crushes you. As you learn to listen to His tone, you will notice it is firm but gentle, truthful but tender. Your heart may still be waiting on answers, waiting on healing, waiting on restoration, waiting on a door to open. In the middle of that waiting, it can feel like God is quiet, like your prayers are floating in the air and falling back down untouched. But silence is not absence. Some of the deepest work of grace happens in the quiet, when nothing seems to move on the surface, but roots are growing deeper underground. You may not see the fruit yet, but that does not mean nothing is happening. God often prepares you in hidden ways long before He reveals what He has been preparing you for. As you breathe through this morning, remember that you don't have to hold yourself together in front of God. You can be fully honest without losing His love for a second. If you feel like crying, know that your tears are not wasted. If you feel empty, know that emptiness is a space God can fill. If you feel numb, know that even numbness is something He understands. There is not a single state of your heart that He cannot step into with compassion. You never surprise Him. You never exhaust Him. You never make Him say, "I'm done with you." There is a quiet invitation over your life right now to receive, not just to endure. You may be used to pushing through, to carrying everything, to surviving on little. But grace is not something you achieve by effort. It is something you open your hands to. That might mean taking a few seconds in the middle of your routine and simply thinking, God, I receive your love. I receive your help. I receive your presence. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It just has to be sincere. Grace responds to sincerity, not performance. You might not feel anything immediately when you say those words. That's okay. Feelings are beautiful, but they are not the foundation of your faith. The promise is that God is near to those who call on Him, even when their emotions haven't caught up yet. Think of it like sunlight entering a room. You may not feel the warmth instantly, but the light is already changing what it touches. In the same way, when you invite God's grace into your fears, into your plans, into your relationships, something begins to shift, even if you don't see it all at once. As you listen to this prayer and let these words sink in, you're doing something important. You're giving your soul a chance to remember what is true. You are not abandoned. You are not unseen. You're not walking into this day alone. The God who formed you knows exactly what today will hold and has already prepared the grace you will need for every hour of it. When the moment comes that feels too heavy, too sharp, too confusing, you will not be empty-handed. Grace will meet you there right on time, because He never fails to come when His child truly needs Him. Somewhere in the middle of all of this, grace is already moving toward you. You may still feel the weight, you may still feel the questions, but underneath it all, God is quietly holding what you cannot. This is not about you trying harder to be spiritual. This is about you being honest enough to need Him. When you admit your need, you are not failing. You are finally standing in the place where His help can reach you. As you step into the rest of this day, imagine that every hour has a small portion of grace hidden inside it, prepared just for you. When you feel tired, there will be strength for that moment. When you feel anxious, there will be a small, steady peace ready to anchor you. When you feel lonely, there will be a reminder that you are seen. God is not improvising as your day unfolds. He has already gone ahead of you, already placed what you will need in the exact places you will need it. If, at some point today, everything suddenly feels like too much, remember what your heart has heard. You are not carrying this alone. You can pause, even if it's only for a breath, and say inside, God, this is heavy. I need your grace right here. That simple turning, that tiny prayer, it's powerful. You don't have to sound holy. You don't have to explain everything. You just have to bring your real heart to a real God who truly cares. There will be moments when you forget this truth, and that's okay. God doesn't love you only on the days you remember Him. His eyes are on you, even when your mind is far away. He will keep drawing you back through little nudges, unexpected encouragements, and quiet invitations like this time of prayer. Your story with Him is not fragile. It is held by His faithfulness, not by your perfection. Every time you turn back, no matter how small the turning, heaven celebrates. So as this prayer comes to a close, you don't leave God to go back to your real life. He goes with you into every room, every conversation, every decision. His grace will be there when you wake fully, when you work, when you rest, when you feel strong, and when you fall apart. He will pour out grace when you truly need it, not a second too late, not a moment too soon. You can walk forward with that quiet confidence tucked deep inside your heart. Take one more gentle breath, and in your own words, thank Him for being with you. Thank Him for the grace you have already received and for the grace that is still on its way. Trust that even the parts of today you are afraid of have already been seen by Him. You are not stepping into an unknown alone. You are stepping into a day already held in His hands. If this prayer has brought you peace, comfort, or strength, I invite you to stay connected. Subscribe to this channel so you can begin more mornings in God's presence with His Word and His grace spoken over you. Thank you for spending this time in prayer. May God bless you, protect you, and fill you with His gentle grace today. See you again in the next prayer.